feel like the past few weeks have been very boring in markets, and that's okay. So the number one rule for me when markets are boring is to basically not focus too much on the markets. Take some time off, do some of this or some of that. You get the point. We try to get away from the computer as much as possible. I'm sure volatility is going to pick up again here in September and October, but first we have a long 3-day weekend ahead of us here. It's Labor Day on Monday. US markets are going to be closed.
And college football season is kicking off as well. Anyway, there's an important chart I want to show you guys before we head into the weekend. And then I want you to think about this chart, maybe do some more research over the weekend. And when we come back next week, keep this chart in mind. I think it's going to be very important to watch what the transportation stocks are going to be doing.
So the chart I'm going to show you guys here is of the transportation ETF. And as much as I don't agree with people calling this a solid fundamental economic story, nor fundamental story from a corporate top or bottom line perspective, because we've actually had earnings recessions over the past 12 months for sure in the S&P 500 companies. As much as I don't believe in that, the price action continues to be supportive, and that's going to last until it doesn't. So we want to be quite vigilant as we get into September and October here. But the chart here is of the transportation stocks, the IYT, and really ever since topping out in November 2014, the transports have obviously corrected quite meaningfully, as you can see here in terms of price, or in terms of percentage terms, I should say. The percentage term retracement was about 30% or so. That's quite meaningful. But we've been able to bounce back, and I see this double pattern now that I think you guys would do well to keep in mind and sort of keep in mind and focus on as we head into September and October. So number one, very simple. We have a very simple diagonal resistance line. It doesn't take a whole lot of imagination to draw this line, but there it is, okay? So now let's look at something called an inverse head and shoulders pattern. It looks something like this, okay? You have this left shoulder, then a head, and then a right shoulder. It looks something like, okay? By definition, and we can draw a neckline of this pattern about here, by definition, this pattern should resolve to the upside, so we should see it ultimately a continuation in price if this were to trigger something like this. Okay, now, so that's the mother inverse head and shoulders pattern. If we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see there's actually another one here, a little bit tighter and a little bit nearer in time frames, and it looks something like this. You've got the left shoulder head and the right shoulder here. And all of this is really pushing this ETF, the IYT, against resistance here. It looks like it wants to start pressing higher. So I think this is a very, very important chart to watch as we head into this weekend. Think about it, study up a little bit, look at some of the individual names in this space, like a CSX and other sort of stocks in this space. They look to be coiling up, transportation stocks like the railroads, even some of the airlines and other names out there. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. Comments below, I'd love to hear. I'm going to be doing some more mountain biking here. We're going to go to the mountains, enjoy another great summer weekend in the mountains with a mountain bike. And after that, it's going to be autumn. So I hope to see you guys back here next week. Have a great weekend and take care.